Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Harry and Jen Do Horror with Friends. On this podcast, we pick current-ish horror films to analyze, critique, and discuss the movie's application to our real lives. This month, Jen and I sit down with Illustrator and library punk Mel Crumrine to discuss Bring Her Back, directed by the Philippous brothers. We discuss grief, enigmatic ghosts, vomit ingestion, angels, and more. You should know that on this podcast, we completely spoil our movies, so if you haven't seen Bring Her Back yet, be sure to check it out first and come back to us. If you have a minute, we welcome ratings and reviews on our podcast streaming services. We'd love your help growing the show in any way you like if you have the time, especially by sharing these episodes with your horror enthusiast pals. Next month, we'll discuss Good Boy, directed by Ben Leonberg. In Good Boy, we're given the perspective of Indy the dog, who follows his owner into the cursed family home where shenanigans ensue. This one is fun because we'll be joined by a whole other podcast called Kill of the Week for a lively, lovely discussion. All that's to come. For now, let's talk to Mel about Bring Her Back.
Why do ghosts always have to speak in riddles? Why can't they just be straightforward?
I know. Yeah.
Maybe they lose that ability when they die.
They have to be.
Yeah, that's part of
They have to be enigmatic at that point. Once you're in the afterlife.
Only riddles.
Only riddles.
Only riddles in the building. I'm Harry Nichols. I'm a singer-songwriter. I am a teacher. I teach English. And also, I like to watch scary movies and talk about scary movies with friends. And something that I'm thinking about today is how Jen and I have been podcasting. We are on our 11th hour of podcasting today.
I didn't realize I was part of a marathon.
You are,
You're
yes.
the end of the marathon.
That's right.
I'm the closer.
The glorious ending. That's right. It's been fun though.
It's been really fun.
Dude, I don't want to speak for you. It's
No,
okay.
I've had a great time.
But I'm
this
having
has been
a
a great day. Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like there's worse ways you could spend your day.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
No, this was fun talking about movies. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Jen Lightfoot. I'm an artist and tattoo artist. And yeah, like Harry said, we've been recording all day, which I was initially really worried about because I suspect I may have a little bit of the ADD. And I was like, oh my fucking God. I was like, how am I going to keep track of all of these movies? I'm totally going to mix something up at some point. I haven't yet. But since it is the end of the day,
who knows?
there is time.
Who knows what
And
can
my
happen.
notes, as everyone knows, are not great. They're not great. Yeah.
We accept you, as you are.
As I am. I am.
If you start rambling about a different film, we'll just go, yes.
Well, I mean, it's
understand.
possible. I'm drinking beer. And I just took my second Benadryl of the day about an hour ago because apparently the flu shot
Fast and
the
loose.
COVID shot I have are quite itchy at the moment, which is real frustrating.
I liked that. That was
Quite itchy.
Yeah, that was a very princessy moment. I was really into that. Yeah.
Quite.
Tonight
Indeed.
we have
I am Mel Crumrine. I am a writer, illustrator, and a library assistant at our public library by trade. And I also love horror films. I've been watching horror films since before I could probably properly form a memory. My father was a huge horror film fan and decided that just no matter my age, I was going to be his film watching buddy. And I turned out okay. It's fine.
what was do you remember the first one?
We watched Poltergeist.
Oh,
That's the first one I remember is Poltergeist.
Okay.
How old were you?
5.
Oh, damn.
5. Yeah.
And were you like, this is scary, can we watch it again? Or were you like, I am terrified?
I was like, I am terrified, but I really want my dad to be happy with me. So I was like, yeah, Dad, that was, cool, okay.
Oh, no.
And then I had a debilitating fear of clowns for a long time.
Oh, for sure. Because of that.
Because of the film,
thing?
but also because my father also had a debilitating fear of clowns. And I think whenever he saw a clown, he would freak out. So I reacted to that. I have 2 sisters who also have huge fear of clowns, but they don't watch horror films. I watch horror films all the time, and I think I burned that fear right out of me. I don't have that fear anymore.
You don't worry about it anymore.
I don't worry about clowns anymore. I mean, if I saw one like on a alleyway in the middle of the night with like a hatchet,
well, nobody
that's
wants
different.
To see that. That's like
different. That's not the clown fear. That's a fear.
Crazy human.
But like
nobody likes a clown at midnight.
Nobody
right?
likes a clown at midnight.
Stephen King.
But yeah, I realized like I totally burned that fear right out of me. Thank you, horror films. You've let me live a more complete life.
Exposure therapy.
Exposure therapy, that's what it is. Exactly.
It works.
Exactly.
It works.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So Mel, like I know you through like vague town stuff. Mm-hmm. You work at the library where I often bring my kids and such. But I think you're probably closer to like Jen and Tegan.
I definitely know Jen and Tegan.
Whose friend are you? Like, how did you get here?
Well, Jen invited me.
I did.
I've known Jen and Tegan for 5-ish years now, and Jen also does my tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
She does a glorious job.
I feel like we've talked about this before. I think we met through 10.
We definitely met through 10 because 10, our friend 10.
10 was on Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Envy. I'm going to talk about that film all day. I do remember 10 being like, Mel, you have to come to my Candyland themed birthday party because my friends are going to be there and you have to meet them because if you all don't become friends, I will implode. Like they were so, it's like, this was like the perfect match. They were like Mel and Bubba, Jen and Tegan, they have to be friends.
Except I feel like I barely talked to Mel and Bubba that night.
Because we talked just enough for us to be like, oh, we're definitely going to hang out with them again.
We need to hang out again. And then I drank way too many of 10's very strong, sugary margaritas.
Oh god, those margaritas that they were like
20 proof.
They were like 20 proof and they were like car coolant blue.
Yes.
And tasted like
cotton candy.
Tasted like cotton candy and like ice pops. So like you're just like and also 10's birthday is in the middle of summer. So you're like roasting.
Oh,
it's on the deck.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, I'm just gonna drink something. This is why I stick to beer.
Yes. I can feel the sunstroke.
Yeah, and it was, and then, but it was also Candyland themed, so it was like sugary alcoholic drink, and all of your snacks were also sugar.
Okay. I'm putting it together now because at first I was like, why is 10 making these super sugary drinks? But then I forgot that it's a Candyland theme.
And I do remember talking to Mel and Bubba briefly at that night, and then we hung out again. We hung out later and had like a sober conversation. Yeah,
I didn't know you were drunk at the time. I had no idea.
It was
maybe you weren't at that time.
I think it was just around the corner. It was
just maybe I was just around the corner too. I don't know. But then one of my favorite things to do is to screen movies in my backyard. So I think we very shortly thereafter had you come over and watch movies in my backyard.
We watched
what was the movie? Yeah, let's have it.
It was The Exorcist 3.
Oh, is that
which
is
it's like a really like a under the radar classic.
Absolutely one of my favorites. Top 10 horror films easily.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot that right off the bat.
I think that was the one. We definitely did watch that eventually, but yeah.
I need to give that movie a rewatch. I have only seen it one time, and I was a pissant teenager who was honestly looking for bad movies at the time, and I feel like I didn't get that.
That's
but
not bad.
My brain construed it, wanted it to be that, so I made it that. And
there's some parts of it that are unconventional. There's some monologues that happen, and I like George C. Scott is a phenomenal actor, but he delivers these monologues that don't necessarily add to the story, but they add to the character. And there's one he does about his mother-in-law who has brought a carp home, and they have to eat a carp live, so she's waiting to kill it, so he can't take a bath because there's a carp in his bathtub. And it's one of my favorite monologues of all time in all films. And I'm like, it has nothing to do with the film, but it makes the film.
Dude, I love a good monologue.
It just like the conversations that they have. It's just, it really does. Like you can't have a really good film really needs good, interesting dialogue, even if it's not directly related to the story. I want to hear interesting things.
Heard.
So give it another watch. And also I'm not a fan of jump scares. one of
my
the
God, you
best
guys
jump scares in all of cinema.
Both have that in common.
We should touch base on jump
Yeah,
scares.
I
sometime,
don't
but yeah.
like jump scares.
Harry
They're
does not
sheep.
like them either.
Sheep as hell.
Agreed.
Sheep.
And like I like them when you are tasteful with them. Like you can put a jump scare or two in my movie.
Yeah.
But then any more than like, when it starts to feel silly.
It's
starts
silly.
to
It
make
is
the movie
silly.
silly. Yeah.
It is silly.
Coming back to what we're talking about tonight.
Oh, yes.
Oh, right. We have a thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
There's a
Jen.
movie we watched.
Thank you, Jen.
That's not all the movies we've ever watched.
Right.
Is that what we're doing the podcast about?
That's it.
Every movie.
Just a long meandering
That's going to be the end of your marathon. Every movie we've ever watched.
Every movie we've ever watched. People love listening to that. People love listening to just people blathering, no direction to the conversation whatsoever.
Random opinions.
We're talking about Bring Her Back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
It is a movie from this year. The Philippous brothers are the director.
Mm-hmm.
Mel, we usually have our guest summarize the film in as many or as few words as you feel like. Could
Thanks.
be more like a synopsis. Could be more like a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Tell us, what's this movie about?
Okay, so this film is about broad strokes. I'm going to say it's about the effects of grief. Slightly smaller strokes. We're going to say it's about two teenagers, who have lost their parents. They go into foster care, and they unfortunately go into the care of a woman named Laura, who has, to put it lightly, let's say, emotional issues. And she is also dealing with grief, as are these two children. And intertwined with that are, I don't want to say misinformation, because I'm a librarian, and so that it's just like a keyword. I'm going to say that intertwined with that is, with the grief, is that Laura is dealing with maybe forces that she doesn't fully understand. It sounds like she's learned a lot just from a VHS tape, and that she is willing to destroy other people's lives to get back something that she wants,
Right.
because of her grief.
Yeah.
And it's a very, I was warned before, when it first came out, people were like, oh, it's a brutal film. It's a brutal film. It's really, really rough. And so actually I hadn't watched it until you all invited me onto this podcast. And when I first watched it, it was rough. It wasn't nearly as, as it's never nearly
When
as
it
bad
gets
as they
like
say.
built up like that, it's yeah.
But the second time through, I could see how emotionally rough it is. It is very visceral. It is very, there's a lot of gore, and there are children involved. And I think that really heightens people's feelings, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is a very human film.
Yeah.
And I think, I was more anticipating gore and like shock, and what it was like, it was actually incredibly sad.
Yeah.
It's a very sad film. It reminded me a lot of like early, like some Del Toro films, like Devil's Backbone and The Orphanage, like where you're
The
like,
Orphanage is one of my favorites.
it's not quite that spin where like the bad guys are actually okay, but it's that spin where you're like, this is just really sad.
But
like,
it
this shouldn't have
actually-
happened.
I do think it is like, it's not quite like, because The Orphanage really is like, okay, the bad guy, I won't, people watch that movie if you haven't seen it. But
Yeah.
I do think Laura is complicated.
Yeah.
Like she's
very
a
complicated.
villain, but she's also like, she doesn't kill Piper. Like she can't bring herself to actually. She does kill the boy. And
Okay.
she does kill.
I do have a thing to say about, like, if we're going to talk about how we killed and we didn't kill.
Yeah.
That fucking frustrated me so hard. Was that Laura went through, and she kidnaps this little boy,
Yeah.
and she puts the quote unquote angel in him.
Yeah.
She kills Andy, which destroyed me.
Yeah.
The first, I was positive he was going to come back. Spoilers, right in the beginning. And then she kills her friend, one of her friends.
I know, yeah.
And then she doesn't even follow through.
But I think it makes sense that she doesn't follow
It-
through.
it does.
Because she really sees her like daughter.
Yeah.
Are we getting into critique? Is this critique?
Okay, but no, here's what happens.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
really sees her
Piper
daughter.
jumps out of the water and says, "Mom."
Yeah.
And that's what she said. And that was what turned her off, was like, oh, she finally called me mom, or whatever it was.
Yeah,
yeah,
But what frustrated
Like, she
me
heard
was
the
like,
word mom.
you took this so far.
Yeah.
And these people died essentially for nothing. And now you have got a child who was
Oh, that poor child.
who was, I don't know, infused with some sort of angel.
Yeah.
And had to go and destroyed his
like
face,
mouth. Yeah.
And was like God and terrified.
Yeah,
and then poor Piper, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
So like she essentially just from her, and we'll go back, you know, one of your questions, Harry, was about grief. And I thought that was one of my thoughts, was how grief is actually like a kind of an unnamed character in this film. Because of her grief, she's destroyed 2 people's lives and then didn't even get her goal at the end. She couldn't follow through.
It's like there's a real like, that's really interesting. There's like a real like nobody wins thing in this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, grief wins.
Grief
if we
won?
consider that a character.
I guess, yeah.
Because now, because if you want to look at it that way, if you want to look at it in sort of like it follows kind of a way, at the end, we've got Piper.
Right.
And she's got all this grief. Who knows what she's going to do?
Well, because it's like everybody in this movie is grieving something. Because in the end, Piper's grieving not only her father, but now her brother. And also, she was close to Laura. So, like, the idea that person was bad. Like, you know, like she's a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she's what, 12?
13. Yeah, 12, 13.
Okay. And then, like, in the beginning, Piper and Andy are grieving their father.
Yeah.
Laura's grieving the death of her daughter.
Yeah.
The little boy is grieving the death of himself in a way.
Yeah, and you can take it even further back. Like, they don't talk a lot about the father, but you can surmise that he's having... The father has had some sort of addiction issues, I think is what they allude to.
Chemo.
Is that, I thought that he was sick. Yeah. Andy kind of mutters in the scene early in the movie where he like dies. You know, I think like as they're pulling his body out of their house.
Trying to get over the oh my God.
He mutters something like, you know, he just finished chemo. He was supposed to be good.
Okay.
I think he was like, he had cancer.
Okay. It is. It says, dealing with his cancer treatment. So I guess.
Okay. That changes. Okay. That changes some things for me. Because what I thought was that the father had sort of fallen apart after his wife died. So I thought he was also,
like grieving.
He was also a victim of grief. I didn't catch that part about the chemo. Yeah. I think what kind of got me was when they're wheeling him out and they can't get him over the hump of the front door.
I know.
And instead of I watched this for the second time I watched it with my brother.
Yeah.
So the first time I watched it by myself, and the second time I watched it with my brother, and my brother was like, "Do they not know how to just lift it up?" Because he's and they're just like bam at it, like whatever, it's just a body.
Or what make it real to me?
Oh, it's
because they don't care.
They don't care.
They're not grieving.
Exactly. And just like that thump, and they get it out. It's not like he falls off the gurney or something, but like.
And in a way, is it Andy? Is that the boy?
Andy, yeah.
Watching them do that, we don't know that he has ambivalent feelings towards his father.
Yeah.
Not even ambivalent.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
his story arc, and this is why, I think that's why it destroyed me that he was the one that he was sacrificed.
Yeah.
For nothing, because his story arc is so awful. It's so
terrible.
Sad.
It's terrible.
And he's such a good big brother.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Is he a good big brother?
Yeah. Okay. This is okay. Harry and I are looking at the same question. I have another question also.
Well, I was going to say the movie is also about caretaking.
It is about caretaking.
I mean, he
absolutely
lies to his sister about a lot of shit about her life.
So this is actually one of the things I wrote down.
She's blind and she doesn't know.
But they're white lies.
Okay. Yes.
Are they? Are they?
Which one are you thinking?
This is one of my notes. Is like is lying to her, softening reality, better or at least acceptable when caring? Is it a form of protection? And then at that it's because it's the very first scene where
she's being picked on by other girls. And,
they're just being shitty little teenager girls.
Yeah.
And like, would it have helped for him to say, "Oh yeah, they're totally like mocking your face"? What he does do is he says like, "Oh no, they totally liked you, but they're not dressed very well."
Right.
Like he does like, "Oh, you don't have to really." So he's not like, "You should like them," whatever.
I think.
But then she says also, like, after their father dies, and she's under his bed. This is such a very human thing to it. So it was so sweet. And he comes and finds her and just sits with her under their dad's bed.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
adorable. And there's an airplane going off. He's like, well, that's where it actually happens to dead people. They just go up in the airplanes. And she says, like, you don't have to make everything nice for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, so she's aware.
So she knows.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She's
He
aware
does-
of
but
the
he
bus station,
softens
bus too.
And what really makes it problematic for me is that he regularly violates the sanctity of grapefruit. Which is
Okay,
like-
does he though? Does he, or is it just at the funeral?
He does it. She says grapefruit about the girls who are making fun of her.
Does
too.
she? No,
Yeah,
she
does.
doesn't.
She does. She does.
No, because the first time you hear grapefruit is when they're in the
therapy house.
they're in the foster office.
Yeah.
Wendy is like, well, she's had trouble with boys before, and Andy goes to defend himself and then stops, and Piper goes, grapefruit. And I gotta remember this because I was like, is she having a stroke? Why is she just saying grapefruit? And then he has to tell her the truth about, like, when I was little, I don't think he actually tells her that at that point he hit her.
No,
but I think that's
she only finds that out like at the end.
later.
Of the
But he's like, I got in trouble. But I think that's the first time we hear grapefruit.
But I feel like he several times in the movie does this.
At least the first time, I think the first time that he nullifies grapefruit is at the funeral. Is at the wake. I think that's when he finally does. And I
because
he doesn't want to look at him, and that's fine.
which I 100% was on
for
his
sure.
side with that. But I do think he could have said in that moment, hey, Pipe, I don't want to look. I do think the one that bothered me the most was the one that I forgot, which was the bullying one, because I think that it then lends itself for her to not recognize when people are bullying. And I do think those girls were bullying. They were little assholes. I've definitely been bullied.
They didn't say anything shitty to
but
her.
I've been bullied in that way.
But they, like,
And
it was
it
after
feels
she
bad.
turned around, they were making faces. And it was
Exactly.
like,
So I think that's bullying. I think that they
It
should be
is.
taught
It is.
not to do that.
It
So I
feels
think she needs to
gaslighting
know.
to me.
it is, yeah. It was pretty shitty.
I have a couple things I want to circle back to. Like, I think a little bit what we're talking about here is this this question that I had. What do we think of this movie as an example of the played out grief/trauma horror film?
Well, first of all, I need to call you out on the word played out.
Yeah.
I don't think it's played out.
You don't think it's played out?
No, I thought, well, I mean, I think that there are some really trite ways that movies can do it. I thought this was very successful.
I agree that it's successful, but I think that the idea of like a horror film post 2016 that is like it's all about grief, right? Or it's all about trauma is like a very I feel like it's played at this point. Am I wrong?
It's interesting because I think of grief as being one of the elements of horror. So it is, and on one hand, I can see where, played out is definitely a possibility. But I think when I think of played out, it's in a certain context. It's like a certain way that people are doing it, a certain way of looking at it. Because I think grief goes hand in hand with, like, it's one of those elements of horror, like body and unknown. Like, it's just one of the elements. Like, it's just always gonna kind of be there.
Like a fear of
It's just
blank.
kind of
Yeah,
it's
okay,
just kind of
gotcha.
there.
Okay.
But like I could definitely see, like, people have been harping on it.
yeah.
Definitely.
I can think of like I'm thinking about like Smile was like that was like a movie
That
about
was-
I mean, it started with like
trauma.
I was
Hereditary,
thinking
like
Hereditary.
Hereditary,
Yeah.
right? Exactly. Like the one that we really like, Jen, after Hereditary was Midsummer.
Oh, yeah.
Midsummer was fucking amazing, and I will
That
die on
Great
the
movie. I
hill.
love it.
Also about grief.
So Sam and Mandy, you guys can stuff it. And sorry, those are our friends who don't like it. Anyway,
No shit. I mean, it's a horrible watch, but it's a delightful watch, and I've seen it like 3 times. Like, it's horrible.
yeah.
It's delightful. But like, I think grief is going to be a necessary element in horror. Like, it is horrific.
Sure, okay.
It's
So
just how you talk about
it's
it.
just like a timeless thing.
It's timeless,
It can't be
absolutely.
played out. It's just
And it's a different story.
Okay.
It's just different, like,
okay.
And I think it's how you do it. Cause
how you do it. Yeah.
if I remember right, the Smile movies were more about like trauma.
Yeah.
The
They're
first
very-
one is like about trauma. The second one is about like addiction.
Yeah.
And
like-
trauma.
Which I think addiction is more the played out one sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But
sure.
Also, again, it's
let's
how
talk about
it's done.
Smile 2 next time because I fucking love that movie. So let's.
Do you really?
I love that film.
Did we do that one yet?
We did already.
We did that
Yeah,
one.
we did
I thought we
Smile
did.
Let's do it again. I'm
do
just
it
gonna talk
again.
how much I love it.
Well, you're on for Smile 3. How's that?
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like the thing is, if you're gonna do a movie about grief or loss,
Yeah.
that kind of movie, like even the ones Mel mentioned earlier, Devil's Backbone and The Orphanage,
Yeah.
like they have to make you viscerally feel something.
Yeah.
Which I think Hereditary does and Midsommar do.
Oh
but
god, yeah.
I actually think I felt more with the other three, like with this one, The Orphanage, and The Devil's Backbone. I think they made me feel more, because like, yes, you feel things in Hereditary, but it doesn't linger the whole movie, I don't think.
It's Hereditary is nonstop. It doesn't give you any chance to like come up for breath. So
No, but I don't
So
feel
you don't get a
sad
chance
the
to
whole
like
time. I didn't
exactly
cry.
because you get. I think because you get numbed to it.
Interesting.
I think that's what they do.
That's
And-
interesting. I like that reading.
Yeah, I think it's the difference. I always say between Hereditary and Midsommar. I mean, other than the obvious, is that Midsommar has points of humor and levity, so you can come up for air, and then the harshness hits you harder, the grief hits you harder. Whereas Hereditary. I always Hereditary.
Yeah, I got you.
What am I saying? It's constant. You just so by like halfway through, and then Tony delivers her amazing monologue, and you're just like, oh, I'm fucking numb. I don't know. Whatever you want to do to me now, I can't feel it anymore.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that Bring Her Back allows you to breathe a few times?
No.
Nope.
Really? I think that even though, like, when I watched it, I wrote down, even in quote unquote happy moments, it still feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I think of the drinking scene where they're like,
Oh, yeah.
In Bring Her Back?
Yeah. And I'm like, it feels like you should be watching it like the fucking drinking scene in Practical Magic or something.
Yeah.
But it's like, there's that,
No.
because you see Ollie, I think, looking
Just
in.
watching
Yeah.
in.
It's
Well,
very
also, like, at
unnerving.
that point, I wrote this down, too, because I took so many notes. Laura has already proven herself, like, right off the bat to be... And I love how they don't even, like, try to like, hey, she might be okay. Maybe she's a nice lady. Like, right off the
just-
bat, you're
you
like,
know that there's
no,
something
something
wrong
wrong with this lady. She's fucked up. She's trying to hide out. She's trying to hide Andy. She's, like, her stuffed dog. And her,
Yeah.
And why is her... I also wrote this down, too. Her cat is named...
Oh, Junkyard?
The Junkman?
Junkman.
Junkman? And I was like, why is her cat named Junkman? And I feel like that means something, and I haven't figured it out.
I don't know.
So
I truly
important.
have no idea.
It bothered me so much that this woman who supposedly... I mean, we don't know right off the bat that she has been in has been a counselor before. But we know that she is a foster parent that has been that is trusted.
Yeah.
Wendy knows her, is really excited about putting at least Piper in this home. And then when Andy and Piper show up, this bothered me so much, and I can't even explain why. Not only does she not like greet them at the door, welcome them, she has music blaring.
Yeah.
And she leaves the door open, and she just like calls them, like, just come on in.
Right.
Like, she's so unaware of the pain and that they might be going through, the confusion they might be going through, how weird this might be for them. And she knows one of them is blind, and we find out she had a blind daughter. So she knows how weird that could be. Like, she's like, oh, just come on in.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if it's like I'm trying to be like the cool one, but for me it seemed like
That's what
right
I
off the
thought.
bat she was like, oh, I do not care about you. I want you, like, I'm me. I'm doing what I'm going to do, and you're just going to like find your way into my house.
Her introduction, like, it really screams like she's trying to be like the cool aunt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
she's blasting the music. She comes in, she makes sure to tell a joke where she, like, swears at the top of her lungs
Yeah.
with Piper, and I that to me screams, like, look how cool I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? As an adult authority
Where's
figure.
that me?
Yeah, exactly. But also we learned that she blasts music when she's, like, doing ritual stuff, too.
Yeah, or something
Right.
About the sound.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's true. Maybe she was
You know,
doing something.
Who knows, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Also, we know that we learn quickly, like, that she does not care because she also takes a selfie and blocks his face out with her
Right.
face. But Piper also can't see that, so
Right.
she doesn't know.
Oh, the whole thing about Piper being
like partially
about being blind, and the fact that I have so much to think about and say about this is that this woman has the ability, or she believes she has this ability to bring back her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume, I didn't watch this one VHS tape in Spanish, so I don't really know all the ins and outs. But I would assume that, you could bring them back into anybody you wanted.
Right.
So she could have brought her daughter back into a fully seeing,
Right.
whatever.
Right.
I'm not saying that like being blind is or being seeing is better than being blind, but
Right,
like
right.
she could have given her daughter something else.
Yeah.
Instead, she's waiting for a blind vessel. To me, that was so telling about like probably what kind of a mother she was. Like that kind of like, ooh, this is exactly what, like, I need this exact amount of need.
Yeah.
Like I
interesting.
need someone to take. I need to be able to take care of her.
like
Yes,
to be
yeah.
needed.
I need to be needed.
Right.
And if I'm going to bring her back, I still need to be needed that
Right.
much.
Well, and that explains why she's so eager to dispose of Andy.
Yeah. Well, Andy's like,
because that's what Andy does for Piper, and so like that's
Right.
that's like another interesting layer about that. Yeah, I like that. Laura as a character, as a villain, strikes me as she's kind of the only mover in this film, I think. Like she's the only one making events happen. Andy, I think, is like kind of situated as our protagonist in a way.
Yeah.
But he's like pretty, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like from my memory, it doesn't seem like he's really able to impact the course of events all that much.
Well,
he
I do think he does for a couple of
Okay.
things. I think that like there's the moment when she leaves and he lets Ollie out,
Yeah.
and then Ollie ends up outside past the like salt circle.
Yeah.
And
we
I
get
think
to, and we see the
but that feels accidental, right? Like
It
he
is, but-
he doesn't mean to do that.
Exactly, but I think that's it. I think what Jen, I mean, not to speak for you, but like that is part of him as being a mover, is that he has like an actual caregiver
yes.
personality where he's like, at one point he was like, "Oh, did she lock you in?"
Yeah.
Like, oh, and he's like, "Well, that can't be right."
yeah.
Right.
And he's like,
And
"Oh, I'll give you some food."
And he gives him some food, and I was like, "Oh," and what I love is the little things that Andy notices that people might need, like when he's driving in the car with Piper, and she's just looking kind of sad, and he flips up the sun, the visor, and so the sun can hit her, and she suddenly looks like he's like so aware of what other people might need. And so when he's there with Ollie, and Ollie's doing like little tiny movements with his fingers, like, I don't know if I ever would have noticed this. And he's like, "Oh, do you want to write something?" And he's like, "Oh, great, now we can talk." So he's exhibiting actual caregiver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that too when he goes
motions.
to the police. Well, I guess he's going to the foster place.
He goes to the
Yeah, 'cause it was like
caseworkers.
security, I guess. So like, yeah, he goes there, but I feel like he's a person who pays attention to detail because he
Right.
remembered the child writing bird down.
Right.
And then he sees that on the wall. He like brings it to Wendy.
And he goes there to complain about Laura and
Yes.
Piper, but then he's like, "Oh no, what's more important is I think she might have kidnapped a child." So like
It's all about caregiving.
His caregiving, yeah. So I think he is a mover, but unfortunately his moving is
Negated. It's like
it's negated,
all,
and it's
all flattened.
it's like it's, and this is
by
what
Laura,
also
yeah.
like broke my heart about Andy, is like he's so thoughtful.
I
He's
know.
he's like the character. He's the person that I would want other people to be,
right,
please.
right,
And then you're
right.
like, "Oh, it did. Oh, it never worked out.
Yeah.
Nothing he did actually worked out." And
Yeah.
it's,
And
I
he
mean,
means well the whole time. And I do think that even
trying
like
so hard.
I think the moment when he dies in the movie is
Yeah.
so heartbreaking.
It sucks
because
so
he was trying to bring help.
I wondered just like a little bit if Laura is like kind of weirdly positioned as like this is going to sound weird to say, but like the hero of this story, like I know that hear me out. I know that she is terrible and she does terrible, terrible things, but like by hero, I don't necessarily mean like, you know, like with all of the like connotations of goodness and valiant and, you know, all of these things, but like the only kind of dynamic character in the story who potentially has the ability to kind of like grow and change. And I kind of see that in her inability to finish the job with Piper, right? Like her, like it really, like the only reason that the story has any remotely happy ending to it, which if you want to call this a happy ending, I don't know. That's tough.
It's not.
Listen, Piper survives and the little kid survives. Bird survives.
Okay, fair
right?
enough.
Connor survives. And it does not feel good as an ending.
No.
But like I feel like in the worst version of this ending, those kids would not survive.
Well,
right?
this is true. Like she did not succeed her.
But you know,
and she kills herself. In the end, she kills herself.
does she though?
Wait, what?
Is she dead?
I believe
don't
so.
think she's dead.
She's dead.
I think she's.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, no. She does do a thing where she grabs her
She reaches
wound.
into her wound.
But okay,
I thought that she actually like
No,
kills
I
herself.
thought she was
I
doing
thought
that
that
to
she-
make her feel more physical pain
Yeah.
than emotional pain in that moment.
that's what I thought too. I thought she was trying to bring herself out of the emotional pain by giving herself.
Yeah.
Because when she's lying in the pool, I mean, you might be right.
I thought she's dead there. I thought she just decides to be dead with her dead child in the pool, and that's the end.
So that might be true. There's no blood, and that's what.
That's a good point. Okay,
There's
fair
no.
point. Fair point.
I think if I had seen blood flowing from her, I might have. And not saying that that your reading is incorrect.
Yeah.
But I hadn't read that at all.
I thought she lived, but apparently on Google, when I Google this, it says that Laura dies at the end, and she's found in the pool, cradling her daughter's body, and has a fatal wound on herself to bleed out and join her.
Right.
I did not read that. I like it either way, though. I don't
Yeah.
think it changes it for me if she's alive or dead, because
Yeah.
it's still heartbreaking.
It is heartbreaking. No, and it feels, and like I said, it's when I use the word heroic, I don't mean in any sense that she has done good things or anything like that, but merely that she like has had a sort of arc, right? That she's had a weird growth as a character throughout this movie.
I you can look at Andy as a stagnant character, but I think he actually does have a pretty good arc. It's maybe not quite as dramatic as Laura's, but you see him grow as a caregiver, really, because we find out that he's been protecting Piper, I keep calling her Pippin, Piper, from the abuse that he's been taking.
Yeah.
And then actually gets to become her caretaker, or has the potential to become her caretaker, and is still like, watching her through their time with Laura, and then is trying to protect her, trying to solve this mystery, trying to figure out what's going on with her, and then admitting that he was abused, which is actually kind of huge.
Sure. All right, that's fair. Yeah.
Even though it comes a little late, it comes through the phone, which is, that always seems a little less when he left our voicemail. But I think had this been a different film with different characters, and it was just, if we just saw Andy's arc would have been huge.
Sure.
Like, that would have been very dramatic.
He also kind of overcomes his and I want to ask about this too, but he overcomes his thing with water and rain
Oh my God,
and
that was
showers
so heartbreaking.
and only to brutally die
In a
puddle.
puddle.
What do you think that this movie is doing symbolically with rain and water?
I feel very rain and water are very Christian baptismal
cleansing, purifying.
So I really all that water.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a shower. That's where his father dies. But that's also where whenever his father would beat him,
he would turn the shower on. So
and I think there's this it really complicates this very Puritan idea of washing things away. And the pool, I thought that was really interesting about the pool, was it's not just a rich person's pool that got filled with chlorinated water.
Yeah.
She makes a really big point of saying that it was filled with rainwater.
Yeah.
So it's like a very natural, God-given, if you will, kind of like resource.
Yeah.
So to me it seemed
that's
very
fascinating. Yeah.
Christian-ish.
Yeah.
That kind of, and that kind of taking life and giving life back.
Yeah.
Being in the water, the whole baptismal thing was very interesting because it's different. It's very, very different than the cycle that they watch in the VHS.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with water at all.
Right,
It's actually
right.
very, very violent.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting though about, I don't know, like the baptism, like giving life in a way, but in the movie it also like water gives and takes life.
Yeah.
Like, cause like her daughter drowned. He
He
essentially drowns. In
Andy drowns. She's gonna
like,
drown
puddle.
Piper.
Yeah.
And I mean, the father didn't drown, but like died in water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are times too when like the water is really closely associated with like Andy's like traumatic experiences.
Absolutely.
Where we hear the water sound, the shower sound, even when there's no shower happening, right?
Yeah.
In really intense moments for Andy, and he, you know, Mel, I totally hear what you're saying, and one of the things I think is so brilliant about this movie is how it takes that sort of classical Christian cleansing symbolism and turns it into something that is not dirtying. It's not opposite, but it is complicated, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not. It's.
I mean, it is twisting it. Like she's
Yeah.
using it for like a
and what is
ritual.
interesting is also, so at one point Laura suggests that, let's also not forget about how Laura's pouring her own urine on Andy.
Oh my God.
This is
yes.
also, speaking of like water rights and everything like that. I think
making
that
water
and making somebody feel like lesser than.
Yeah, totally.
She suggests that he takes a shower and he finds that he can't, but he is aware that he should clean up. So he goes out to the backyard and can clean up through like
with like a
tap.
hose. Yeah, tap.
And, like,
yeah, that's it.
I thought that was really interesting, was like he wasn't comfortable. It's specifically like the shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the beating down on him.
Yeah.
Whereas like if he has more control over the water, like it's okay. And that's fine.
And it's a
And I
totally
think that
different
was
setting,
so it's not
too.
it's not water in general, it's the form of the water. It's how the
Right.
water is being received.
That's interesting. Yeah. It's like being engulfed by the water. It's
Right.
like, yeah.
Or like the rain, and like he starts like absolutely flipping out about the rain because he has a vision of his father, which was
Right, and when he's in the hospital, he slips, right? That's what you're talking about.
Well,
And
he
he's in the
has a
hospital
vision of
and
his
it's raining
father.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like,
And
oh, she's
"What's
gonna die in the water.
happening?"
She's gonna die in the.
Yeah.
Sure, she's gonna die in the rain. So yeah, it's like rain and shower are the
Yeah.
interesting.
No, it's cool.
Well,
It's
she's
good.
not gonna die in the rain. She's gonna die in the pool of water.
Which
But
is
it is
which is
rainwater.
rainwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Why do ghosts always have to speak in riddles? Why can't they
I
just
know.
be straightforward?
I know. Yeah.
Maybe they lose that ability when they die.
they have to be.
Yeah, that's part of like
They
the
have to be
purgatory.
enigmatic at that point. Once you're in the afterlife,
Only riddles.
Only riddles.
only riddles in the building. Tell me about. Can I ask this weird question that I had, which is,
Oh, the vomit one?
yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, yeah.
is
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
movie doing something figurative with vomit ingestion?
So like
The actual consuming of
consuming
vomit.
of vomit. Okay.
So
okay.
in this weird VHS ritual
Mm-hmm.
that we see periodically, it's very clear that in order to get the soul from a conduit into
Mm-hmm.
a body, it's literally vomited into their mouth.
Yeah, because
Yeah, they
it's
have
the
to-
angel. The angel
Right.
eats
Right.
the
body.
the body of the person
Yeah.
that you're trying to put in the new body.
Right.
And
they
so,
regurgitate it.
Yep, they regurgitate
But then-
They
that
they
person.
mama bird it right
mama
back
bird
into
it.
that.
But then also we get this little flashback, which is again another one of those little moments that like really makes it feel real to me, of when their father dies in the shower, of Piper trying to resuscitate him, and her mouth is
Yeah.
covered in his vomit because she's trying to like.
And she can't see it either. Which
Right,
is also,
and she can't see it, but she must know it's there.
Yeah.
And like Yeah.
But through the grief, doesn't probably even care.
Doesn't
that it's
even
there.
care. Yeah, exactly. Like, is there something figurative there, or is that just about like, here's this eviscerating movie that is just gross in this specific way, and what do you think?
I think what is interesting is that I didn't clock that until you asked that question. I was like, oh yeah, that makes total sense. Like, obviously, if you're going to have an angel vessel,
Yeah.
trying to put one soul into another, and they have to cannibalize one body, they're gonna have to vomit it into the other, obviously.
Right.
So, like, for me, I was sort of like, oh no, why didn't I question that more?
Yeah.
I know. I think when I watched the movie, I was like, the first time I watched it, I was like,
Yeah.
what is this Russian VHS tape telling me? And then the second time, I was like, oh, okay, that makes
sense. Yeah,
now.
obviously you're gonna
I
vomit.
get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It
black
seems
tar.
plausible.
In fact, if I ever have to do it,
Yeah,
I think,
I know now.
that'll make perfect sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Done.
But I think that is a really fun.
Fun?
It's fun because
Question mark?
it's fun. No, it's fun. I really love cannibalism. I really love.
Sure.
Put that on my gravestone. I really love
don't we
cannibal
all?
films, and I really love the idea of imbuing spirits, imbuing the different characteristics or whatever the strengths that other people might have. And this was to me, this was a really interesting, and obviously, like, it just made sense to me.
Yeah.
Which is also questionable in my character. Why? Yeah, that's how you would do it. Like, if you're going to eat a person's flesh,
Yeah.
and for some reason their soul is imbued in their flesh,
Yeah.
which, if you are a fan of cannibalism, that's a belief that of course, like, yeah, puking it into another body, yeah.
Yeah.
What was interesting, however, is the black tar kind of puke.
Yeah.
Is that your soul, when the angel regurgitates you, you are black.
Is that your soul concentrated?
That's what I kind of
what
took
does
it to
that look
be,
like?
and I was like, oh, yuck.
That's interesting. Yeah.
But it also made me wonder, like, what kind of, like, we don't know what's happening when we watch the video, the VHS that Laura's watching. And then Laura is the one who uses the word angel. We don't really know who these supernatural entities are.
Yeah.
No. Like, we don't know what they're puking into these vessels. Like,
Right.
is it a soul? Like, is that what the soul looks like? Is
Right.
it actually an angel doing it? Is it something else?
Who knows? It seems like Laura
We don't really see the
scare
after
quoting
effect.
here. It seems like Laura's doing her own research.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very upsetting for me to be like, because the first time I was like, Laura, VHS? Only research?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, question mark? She's really working off a VHS that's in a language she does not speak.
No.
Like,
What?
no!
This doesn't seem
What she's trying to
peer-reviewed.
figure out, so when Ollie gets dragged over the salt line,
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't know what to do with them, and she's like trying to like find like what like on the VHS, like, put the circle on his head and stuff. I was like, this is you didn't even write down like a manual. You didn't even
Right.
take
You
notes.
were like, oh,
Right.
if the kid goes over the salt
What?
line, I guess I should know what to do. No.
And you're willing to like kill the people?
Although I thought that was
What?
so sad, though.
That strikes me as
when-
really boomer. But sorry.
It was pretty fucking, I'm gonna say hopeful.
Yeah.
But when the little boy in that moment, Connor, when he's like, where am I?
Oh,
And
yeah.
was
Where am I? Who are
oh,
you?
No.
Well, you realize that he's still in there.
And she puts
Yeah.
the music on loud at that point too.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
cover up things.
You know what confused me was when she was insisting on calling him Oliver, and then made the joke with Andy, like sort of like the lying joke, like Andy was lying to Piper about what Ollie looked like, and Laura joined in and was like, oh yeah, he's got red curly hair. And then you see in Oliver in one of her videos,
Yep.
and he's got red curly hair. I was so confused at first because I thought that she had somehow taken that Oliver.
No, I think she just used the name.
Yeah. Second time through, I was like, oh, she just used the name of her nephew.
Because Wendy says it later too.
Yeah.
where
She's like, oh, that's the name of her nephew.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's also really fucked up. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to call this conduit my nephew's name and watch him slowly
just like unravel,
be starved,
become this hollow shell of absolutely.
Yeah. Like, she could have called that kid anything else. Like, I understand you don't want to call him by his actual name because you kidnapped him.
But there's a lot of names in
But
the
she's
world.
like, I'm going to use my nephew's name just for fun. She just has no regard after losing her own child. She's like, I just want my child back. I don't care. I want my blind daughter back. As long as she's blind and my daughter, that's all I want.
Yeah. Wild. All right, should we critique this movie?
Let's critique it.
When I try to rate films, I also try to rate them. I kind of give 2 ratings. Like, one is if you're a horror fan and one if you're not.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
I'm into that.
If you're a horror fan, I would probably rate this probably like a 7 or 8.
Okay.
If you're not a horror fan, I would probably rate this at like a 4.
Yeah.
Like, it's still worth a watch. I still think it's not... There are elements that are so non-horror and just very human that I think it's a really beautiful film.
Yeah.
If you can get over a child chewing on a cleaver.
Oh, fuck.
That
And the
is...
table.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The table is not great.
When his little teeth
Splinter.
pop out. Oh.
It's the knife that did me in, and I felt like the table that just...
When he starts peeling the skin off of his arm.
Oh, eating his own arm! Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Guys, oh gosh. Okay. So, I feel like accessibility is also... Like, if you're a big fan of horror and don't mind a lot of gore...
Yeah.
Yeah, that has
That's
big
your-
part of it too.
Yeah, totally.
But if you're not a horror fan, 3 or 4.
Okay.
I loved this movie.
Mhm.
I think it's the best horror movie of 2025 in
Oh,
my
damn.
opinion. I think it is by far miles like ahead of Talk to Me, which was their other
Really?
film.
Which I thought was also excellent.
I think
by the
Talk
way.
to Me was
Wow.
fun.
Love Talk.
I think
I
Talk
love
to
Talk to Me.
I think Talk to Me was fun. I think it was like a Ouija board with a hand. I think that it
Yeah.
had a lot to offer, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun Hollywood
It was
horror.
a romp.
It was a romp.
It was
A romp.
fun when
It was
that
a good
child was
time.
slamming his face
Which
into
I was
that
about to
book.
say,
Yeah,
like,
it
I
was
feel
so
like
fun.
I feel
when
like
that
we're a
kid
little
was
misremembering
smashing.
here.
Alright,
There
but-
is some brutal
but
moments in
I
Talk
don't
to Me.
think
Fucking
it's
brutal.
But
Yeah.
it didn't make me feel anything. Sure, it made me
Okay,
feel like, oh,
okay.
that's gross. But when a horror movie brings me to fucking tears in the end,
Yeah.
like the first time I watched this movie, I cried.
Yeah.
The second time, I had literal goosebumps all over my body.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, a movie that can make me do that. Done. Like
Yep.
the emotional, like I cared about all the characters. Like it was just beautiful. And I do think that there are a lot of horror fans that'll probably be like not into that aspect of
Ooh,
it.
it's scary.
Yeah, like it's not quite brutal and like emotionally it's brutal.
emotionally brutal.
Oh,
But-
okay. Yeah.
But I would give this, I actually wavered between giving this a 9.5 or a 9.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 9. I think that a 9.5 is really hard for me to give, and I don't know if I'll ever give a 10 on this podcast.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah.
really high.
That is really high.
So I think
really
this is
high.
a 9 for me.
It's pretty fantastic.
I'm going to give it a 9.25. I can't. I'm going to give it a 9.25.
Like, it's a little
I loved
extra
it
little
just a little bump.
quarter.
Just a
Just
little bump.
Just a little nub.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what would it take for you to give a 10?
I don't know. The thing is, this movie could become a 10 for me over
Yeah.
the next few years.
Yeah.
But I think it has to stand the test of time
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like, I need to spend a few years with it and see if I still enjoy watching it as
Yeah.
much as I did these past 2 times.
That is
Yeah.
a really interesting,
Yeah.
the test of time. That
Yeah.
is, this film is so very, very new. And when the first time I
Yes.
saw Talk to Me, I was like, Rah. I was like, that's fine. And
That's
then
what
I was like, oh god, that the child slamming his face. Oh my god. But then the second time, I was like, oh my god. And the same thing with this film. The first time I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, that was a lot. As in, like, the first time I watched it, it was like, oh yeah, it's a lot, because like my people were freaked out about it, but it doesn't affect me. And then the second time through, I actually saw a lot more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the whole test of time thing, I think that's
Yeah.
really
Interesting.
important.
Very interesting.
Or watching it multiple times.
Mhm.
Yes. Harry?
I think maybe there's something. Maybe my rating system is evolving a little bit because I feel like I've been a little loose with the high ratings lately. I gave Sinners a 10.
You did.
Oh hell yeah!
It was our last.
I don't feel like that's wrong at all.
Our most recent one. For me, a 10 has always been like I'm reluctant to give a 10 unless I feel like a movie is just like an absolute. If I feel like a movie's a classic, I have to feel like it's better. A classic.
Yeah.
Like I mean, it's so cliche to say it at this point, but like Get Out, that's a 10.
Yeah,
it's a
right?
10.
Like
it's a 10.
And I will
10.
feel like I will agree with you. I think Sinners is a.
Right.
If I would. Lowest I would give it was 9.5.
Yeah,
it is.
It's
way
such an
up
original
there.
movie, but this is
So
not a
original.
podcast about Sinners. This is a podcast about Bring Her Back. And
It's a podcast about every film we've ever seen.
yes.
Let's go.
But if I look in my heart of hearts, I want to give this a 10 too.
I love it. Oh my
think
god,
it's
I love
so
it. I'm so
good.
happy you liked it too.
It's so good.
You should do a rating system where it's like analytical, but then my heart of hearts. Like I feel like that's
yeah.
'cause,
Like if I'm a bloodless like robot, what
Right.
am I gonna give this? And then versus like what?
if
What is
my
human
entire
experience?
status depended on this,
Right.
I'd give it a 7. But my heart of hearts, 10
Yeah.
plus.
Yes.
That's why I try to do like the horror versus non-horror because
Yeah.
I feel like somebody's gonna come after me at some point.
Right.
Like I have to make a differentiation. Like
right.
Don't come at me.
I give plenty of low scores too on this
Oh,
podcast.
yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
not too worried about it. But I do think that this movie is. I'm a sucker for movies that are like a little bit literary, like a little bit, juicy for dissection, juicy for And I think this movie has that shit in spades. Like Jen, like man, it is so fucking moving and sad, and the ending is brutal. And the other thing too, for me personally, I love a horror film that is just so uncomfortable, just so much discomfort from start to finish.
You know something's happening in this film.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, this is that as well. I mean, it's such a difficult movie to watch.
One of the I think, speaking to that, one of the great things about this film that I enjoyed after years and years of watching films, they can get kind of formulaic.
Yeah.
And there was at no point at this film where I knew something probably bad was going to happen. I knew something probably uncomfortable. Something I could never predict the next thing that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I did not predict that she was peeing into a pitcher and pouring it onto his.
Yeah.
I did not predict that.
Even
Even though I had seen like we were watching the VHSs with her,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't actually predict that Ollie was or Connor was like some sort of vessel.
No.
Like, it was like watching a mystery unravel.
Yeah.
Which was really, really interesting, and there was nothing about it that I saw coming.
Yeah.
Which was
agree.
actually really enjoyable.
The mystery is super satisfying.
Yeah, it was very
And,
satisfying.
Yeah.
And it is unpredictable. It's like you literally cannot figure out what's going to happen next. And
No.
I think that's part of the great thing is they don't show you
No.
the whole VHS. It's just
Right.
moments, and like you can occasionally see like a subtitle on the video.
Oh yes.
Like one it was like mimics
So
death
I don't
or
know if this is
something.
true for you. So when I was watching it, I watched it twice, and I tried to put on the subtitles for the first part of the film, and it wouldn't come through. It just said Spanish.
Mine said Russian.
Mine said Russian too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
But it didn't give you any.
No, it
You're right,
doesn't.
they
It
you didn't know
doesn't.
what they were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
And I thought that was probably very purposeful and kind of
Oh,
brilliant.
Because
totally.
it alienates the audience.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
absolutely.
like, I'm not supposed to know what's going on. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. In this day and age where you can just put Google Translate on anything and like,
Ugh.
you know fucking everything. That
No.
was kind of nice for a second to be like, oh crap, I actually don't know how this film is starting. I actually don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question for you both because I've heard rumors that
Don't tell me.
I love that you're pissed already. That Talk
against
to Me and Bring Her Back are part of the same universe.
Oh, they have to be.
And that they're like, I don't know if the next movie is going to be completely different and also part of the universe.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I've heard things about them tying everything together at some point.
You say they have to be. Can you explain that? Because I didn't really get that.
Okay, so for me, they all involve senses. So I was like, oh yeah, obviously.
Wait.
Senses?
Eyes, like, so
it's
sight
touching.
and touch?
And like, yeah, so I was like, oh, they're probably doing a whole series on senses.
On, like, the 5 senses.
And, like,
Interesting.
the Bring Her Back and Talk to Me are so closely related in their themes of grief, themes of loss, and then that bridge between the living and the undead.
Dude.
Like, that bridge, like, how close it is, how easy it is to transverse, that's a very, between the two of those films, like, it seems like the same universe to me.
Yeah, the veil feels very thin.
The veil is very thin, yeah.
That was one of my analytical questions that I did not actually send you, but it was how did the Philippou brothers use barriers between the living and the dead to explore notions of grief in their films?
Oh, yeah.
Because both of them involve an attempted crossing over.
Yeah.
Right? In Talk to Me, the dead use the ceramic hand to re-enter the world of the living.
Yeah.
And the struggle is to put it back in its place.
Right.
But in Bring Her Back, this mother is like trying to invite the dead
And bring it back in.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? And the struggle is to bring her back in. And it's like,
It's a really interesting. I would love if they did like a 5 senses kind of.
That would be
series.
so cool.
It'd be amazing.
It'd
Because
be
I
really
love
ambitious.
this idea. Like this idea. I mean, the trope of the living world and the undead world. That's old. That's ancient. But to have them like parsed out into the 5 senses, especially if they've done these two.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to.
Oh, so cool.
If they
so
could,
cool.
Talk to Me is physical, and I would argue that Bring Her Back would be visual because of the whole blindness theme. So I would.
Yeah.
I'd be really here for it
Guys,
if they do something
the brothers,
like that.
brothers, if you hadn't had this planned already, please listen now.
Yeah, because this is a very cool. Because I was
It's a really cool idea,
Yes.
and we would not even necessarily need a cut.
Because I'd be cool with them doing
hold on a
like
minute.
senses and stuff.
Hold on a minute.
I can't speak for everybody, but
I would be cool with them doing senses, but I do worry it's going to be a little like, now we get the background of the hand, and now we get the background of the video.
Oh,
and I'm like,
I don't think they're going in that direction.
I don't know. We don't know.
I won't complain about things that haven't happened yet.
Yeah.
When it happens, I'll bitch about it.
So just a quick thing. Yes, the directors, Danny and Michael Philippou.
Filippo? I have no idea how to say their names.
Sorry, guys.
They have confirmed that the movies are connected. They are in the same universe, but different stories.
Oh, okay. There you go.
They're not, it goes on like they're not a sequel to each other, but are set in the same world.
Set in the same place. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is interesting. Like, why do we need to say that? Unless it comes up later.
I mean, or it could just be
Fun.
Yeah, it could just be fun.
And pandering to audiences and trying to,
It's like a bunch of their audience might be a bunch of comic book nerds.
Right?
Who really
Oh,
wanna
God,
know
yeah.
Bunch of nerds who just want to share universe. We just want it all to be in the same universe, guys.
I make the voice, but it's actually me. It's me. I want to know.
I think we should do the hottest.
Oh, of course.
The
Who's
hottest?
the hottest? Oh, God.
And who's the hottest?
Yep.
Andy.
Man, wow, that was such a
That
quick
was
answer
so
for you.
fast.
He is a child.
Crap, I'm on a list now.
Cancel.
He's hot because he's caring.
Oh.
But he's very
That
sweet.
is sweet. That is sweet.
But who else are you gonna like cut that?
Who else are you going to pick?
Honestly, this is going to sound batshit.
Are you going to say Laura?
Yeah.
That is bad. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
going to say
Why?
Laura.
Why?
She's kind of hot in her crazy ways.
She's
She's unpredictable.
hair.
She's the, did you guys see Shape of Water?
No.
Yes, she is. She
She's
is Shape
the
of
signing
Water.
person. Mhm.
I know, and that destroyed me because I was like, yes.
When I think of who's the hottest, I'm like, who would I bang? And honestly, there's not a lot of options in this movie.
There's not.
We
There's
do not have options.
So it's Laura. Now,
Maybe
who are-
Dad.
Oh, we only get the like pre or post death.
I don't know, but like either way, we know that he like beat his child.
Yeah,
Like,
it's rough. You know, this is one of those ones where I really start to resort to really minor characters.
Are you gonna say like the receptionist at the foster home or something?
No,
yeah, you should though. She was cute.
She was cute.
I don't remember. I have no idea.
I was gonna go. So there's very late in the movie, Piper goes to some sort of group activity.
Oh yeah.
In
yeah.
she's playing
the
like
woman?
a soccer game or something.
Yeah,
right?
she's playing and then is it the woman who comes out? She's like, "Hey, I just
She's
want
like,
to ask you
"Yeah,
about
that's
her
the
black
person.
eye."
That's the
Oh
person.
my God.
Yep, that's mine.
And then Laura's like,
amazing.
"Fuck off!" Or whatever.
Yeah,
She's
exactly,
She's
exactly.
like, "Not now."
You know what? Caring about kids' well-being, that's hot.
It is hot.
That's hot. Yeah.
Yeah, Andy.
I'm
all
gonna
the
go
way.
for her. And then maybe Wendy. I'd go for Wendy too.
Nah, she seemed pretty dope. She seemed like Wendy would be my second too, because I think she's like down for anything, and she's like done everything.
Yeah.
She, like,
Let's see. Should we do the Muppet one?
Oh yeah.
Okay. If you could replace every character in this movie with Muppets except for one, which character would you keep?
oh god, it seems like it would be so awful, and so it would just be really insensitive to replace Pippin.
Piper.
Or Piper. I'm sorry, Piper. Because I can't remember her name.
That's okay.
Pippin? Piper? Peppa?
You would replace Piper, or you would not?
I would
replace Piper?
not, because
Everybody
she is
around
a
her.
blind actress, and that
Yes.
seems incredibly rude to make her a
Oh,
Muppet.
all right. Jen, who would you replace?
Part of me wants to kind of see everyone as Muppets, but I'm gonna say Wendy. Wendy would be the only one.
You'd keep Wendy,
I'd
and
keep Wendy.
just all these Muppets around her.
Yeah.
I actually
So
like
even
that
when
a
she
lot.
has to go
Yeah.
back to the house
Yeah.
to check it out.
That'd
I
be
do
really
like
cute.
that.
She seems like she'd be comfortable around Muppets. too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But when she realizes that the one Muppet is bad, I want that scene. Or
Yeah.
when the Muppet runs her over with a car.
Oh my god.
I don't
When
know.
the Muppet is trying to like hold her back and she can't quite get away,
Yes. Yes.
you're like, Wendy, we know you can get away from that Muppet.
What
Because I was like, Wendy, you can get away from Laura. Like, come on.
Truth.
You can get away.
What about Ollie? What if?
Oh, fuck!
What if we had Ollie just going
So dark!
going full 100% disturbing, just the exact same performance he gave, but everyone around him is a Muppet.
You know you're right.
Actually, I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Because he's
I
like
cannot
a kid.
picture.
It would look like a kid's show.
Right.
But a really
Ollie's like
fucked
he's
up
like
kid's show.
chewing on the knife, and it cuts back to Andy, but it's like a Muppet who's like, whoa!
You know you're right. Now that I think about it, like now, if Piper were the only actual person and that person was a Muppet,
Yeah.
it would seem like a horrible like variety. It would just seem horrible. Like we
Yeah.
put this blind person through this like Muppet.
Totally.
Oh no! Oh,
Totally.
That's a really hard one.
That is a hard one. That's hard.
Actually,
okay,
no.
fine. Here's another hard one. If we could replace any
what she
character in this movie, the actor, with Christopher Walken,
Yes.
Oh my god, Wendy.
Wendy. You would go for Wendy? Okay.
I think I'd go for Wendy.
What do you think?
Who am I going to replace?
I think I would just stick him in the video, the VHS.
Oh my god.
You know, and just
That would
have
be great.
people have him in there for just a second.
He's
right?
wandering around being like, whoa.
Just like no, but he's doing all the ritualistic shit too. He's like naked and he's barfed on and like all this shit. And
Okay,
but
I
just to
love
have
that.
people be like, wait,
was that fucking Christopher Walken?
was that Christopher Walken?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of people look like Christopher Walken.
It's true.
Is it-
It's true.
Could that be?
Okay, that I kind of love. What if, though, he took the place of Ollie?
Oh. Oh my god, that would be so.
It'd be fucking weird.
It'd be really weird.
And then when Andy's like sending that text is like Ollie's like a weird motherfucker, be like, no, that's accurate. Like,
Correct.
come on.
Yeah.
Even when he says "help me," you just kind of want to like laugh when he says it.
Yeah.
Can you do a Christopher Walken impression?
help me. Like it's like it's hard with only 2 words.
That's
You need
true,
like a
that's
longer
true.
sentence.
Hey.
Now, what if they were all replaced and one was Christopher Walken and everyone else was a Muppet?
Oh gosh.
That would then definitely Ollie.
Well, now
Like,
we've got a Muppets Bring Her Back. Right? That's like that's what
Holy
yeah.
shit!
What if it was all Christopher Walken?
Oh, wow. He just
my
pulls like
God.
an Eddie Murphy and he's
Yes.
He's just all-
Does he play Junkman too?
I think so.
Okay, he's
He has
everyone.
If you could name this movie badly,
Wait, like give it like a
if you
bad
could
title.
give it a bad title.
Oh.
Bad but accurate.
Bless the rains down in Australia.
So good.
I can't find
No, I can't either. That's like perfect. That's incredible.